to divulge our sources.
Source that.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, a spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day. With tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen, the Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.
Hello.
Well, all right. Well, good morning. What's up? Hello, today. Well, y'all act like nothing going on. I'm
Hello,
here anyway,
everyone,
whether
and
they are
welcome,
or
of
not.
course, to the Cigar Loons. Hello. Can anyone hear me? Is there life on
Anybody
Mars?
in there?
I believe you had a
Yep.
delay going
Hello.
on, Gas.
Really, I'm kind of
Yep.
wondering what's
It's
we.
for some
You know.
reason. For some reason, the intro video, didn't play over us, and I saw, of course, Grumpy on his phone. I saw you, of course, lighting up your cigar, and it was like, what the hell? I didn't even see the video play. And for some
Played
reason,
on my end, brother.
the other side of the screen, of course, as it shows us when we're in the studio. Oh, I saw it playing on Instagram. But anyway, I just want to quickly say hello, of course, to Lewis Cigars, J-Rod Cigar 1 there on Instagram.
What's
Of course,
up?
I want to say hi
Good evening.
to Blind Guys Cigars. So hi
Blind
to
Guys
Blind
Cigars.
Guy
What's up?
Cigars.
Club. What's up, Club?
I also want to say, of course, hi to Club as well.
The-
Club's here.
Theo.
For some reason,
There's Theo. It's Theo Fletcher. You gotta know how to read. Theo. Right there. Theo. Yeah. 3383. See? Good evening. What y'all acting funny for? Is it like
And
the
then, of course,
internet
Theo.
goofed up or something?
My internet's playing up here because I'm going through a thunderstorm. and
Yeah,
really
well,
bad
we're doing
weather.
the same
So
here. So,
I
welcome
apologise.
to the club. Yeah, welcome to the club.
I
Same
do
here.
apologise. But yeah, of course, welcome. It's Tuesday evening, of course.
I'm at least
and
on the porch.
we're live. We're
Yeah.
live, of course. And
That's
tonight
the
is
fun part. Trying to catch a spider, in case you're wondering. Oh, go ahead. Don't let me bother
guys.
you. What?
Just introduce everyone to what cigar they're smoking. I'm going to come out and come back in because for some reason I'm getting feedback.
All right.
Brain short
Well,
circuit.
So
Your brain short circuit and what's happening.
damn, man. All right. So
Yeah, jump. Yeah. What are you
I
having?
am smoking a punch egg roll thing,
Punch egg roll thing.
whatever the hell it was called. I'd show
Well,
you,
I'm-
but the blurring effect doesn't let you guys see it. Like,
Well, your hand don't blur, but then again, that's not that's not indicative of what happens with them
you can-
rappers or them bands. Yeah,
There you go.
you back there, you can get a better picture of it, but
not great.
if
But it
if
is.
I wasn't, if we weren't technically challenged, we could expand the picture for everybody. But
Right. It is a yearly release.
yeah, that's one they do that
Around
like
Chinese
once a year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm having the last of the Mohicans here. That last little one, of them little relevant domain things. Last of the, and then it's no cigars until my order shows up. I have some that have been shipped. Getting me a bundle of them Cameroonian seconds.
There you go.
Yeah, let's try something different.
your Lord and
Step out
Savior
the
is
box.
back.
Do what?
Your Lord and
Oh, we
Savior
miss
is
you
back.
so much.
Now that'll
We
get
were
me to
hoping
clock
you
out
would
of here.
come.
That'll get me to clock out of here real quick.
Yeah, you can't be all sacrilegious like
Yeah.
that, Grump.
You
Damn.
come in here calling yourself out.
messy.
I'll clock on out, man.
Egg roll
Grumpy's got his
XL
knickers in a
is
twist.
called.
When you
got a
come in there with
Connecticut
that shit,
broadleaf
yeah, I got my knickers
wrapper.
in a twist.
Oh boy, here we go.
I
I
feel
don't.
What up,
Fia
Theo?
found it. Fia found it funny. She did. She found it funny.
Well,
Nah. You know something?
Yo.
This internet is
Carry on.
absolutely dog crap tonight. It is absolute dog crap tonight. But of course, as we were saying, we're all back, and tonight, I'm not partaking in a cigar tonight. I've decided for the next couple of weeks, I'm not going to be smoking. I'm not. I'm trying to just watch the market and how it goes at the moment because there's a lot of craziness that we're seeing going around in the media. There's a lot of stuff that I'm really shocked about. And this is why, of course, we're doing cigar news. There's some great things coming out, but then there's some bad things to come out. And to be honest with you, one article that we're going to be talking about is you definitely need to go and pick these cigars up because if you don't, then damn, you're going to miss out on all of them. But, of course, the guys who just said to you what they're going to be smoking tonight, and of course, Grumpy's just said what he's got coming, which is great to hear. He's got, of course, some Cameroonian overruns coming. But the first topic up tonight, and I enjoy the cigars from this company. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of theirs. And for anyone, of course, who doesn't know who I'm on about, I am on about, of course, Christoph Cigars. So, yeah, we're going to be talking Christoph for this first little bit. And Christoph Cigars have announced They're going to be changing the pissed off Christoph. Why are they changing the Christoph pissed off? We hear everyone saying, well, of course, they're going to make it mildly. So mildly pissed off Christoph. The new line is going to use an Ecuadorian grown Connecticut seed wrapper instead of the normal pissed off Mexican San Andreas wrapper, of the original. Well, the binder and the filler is still going to be the same. The Indonesian binder, Nicaraguan, of course, filler, and Pennsylvanian broadleaf fillers, as used on the current pissed off Christoph, which of course debuted in July 2016. And the cigars are still being made at their normal factory in the Dominican Republic. Glenn Case, of course, owner of Christoph, said it's a Connecticut cigar with an attitude. These cigars are slated to debut as an exclusive release for the Tobacconist Association of America, the TAA, later this year before getting the normal launch at the 2027. So 2027, so that's next year, at next year's PCA convention and trade show. So if you hit the TAA later this year, you get to try it. But officially, people aren't going to really see this until they get to the trade show. And of course, they have announced it's going to come in sizes and prices, which haven't been announced. So the original Christoph Pissed Off, of course, came in a Churchill, which is a 750. They've got the Pissed Off 660, which is a 660, of course. Then you've got the Robusto, which is a 5.5 B54. And then you've got the Corona Gordo, which is a 5 3/4, of course, 48 ring gauge. At the time, Glenn Case described it as a full-strength profile, but one that is deceitfully strong due to its flavours and smoothness. It is strong enough to give you a head spin, he noted. And of course, in 2008, the company added the Extremely Pissed Off, which was an 8.5 by 60 Gordo Extra, the line, same size. Yeah, 2018. Then in March 2019, the company went to the smaller side, launching the 5B44 Little Pissed Off, a cigar that went on to be named Half Wheel's number 19 cigar 2019. And most recently, in 2021, the company added the Christoph Firecracker, which is a 3.5 by 50 Vitola, made at United Cigars Firecracker series. As for the name, a customer suggested the company come out with a cigar called the Pissed Off Christoph. And while Case liked the idea, he wasn't crazy about the pissed off part, so he changed the spelling of it. And of course, this was announced as of June 12th on the episode A Smoke Night Live. So of course, there's no images of the new Christoph yet. They're changing it. I mean, it's going to be, of course, an Ecuadorian. What do you reckon of that? It's going to be milder for milder for cigar smokers, and they're getting away from that Mexican San Andreas that they put on that Christoph Pissed Off. What do you reckon, Grump? What do you reckon on that? And then we'll get down to Matthew.
I'll try it. I mean, I don't really think just the standard Pissed Off Christoph. I mean, yes, it's a fine cigar. Nothing wrong with it. It's a nice full cigar. And, you know, you're not going to find much better. You know, I don't, what are they going to do? You know, mild it up a little bit. I'm anxious to see what does it change in it. But, I mean, you know, a lot of times you don't need to monkey with stuff. You just need to leave stuff alone.
I'm okay with that
do you reckon,
sentiment.
before we get on to Matthew, there's...
Yeah,
but what about this one? And you know, Grump, and then we'll get Matthew's take on it. Of course, Drew Estate with the blackened M81. Then, of course, they brought out the shade to black, the S84. Changed the wrapper, didn't change the binder, didn't change the filler. Do you reckon there's a Christoph doing this that it's still gonna be the same, where you're still gonna get that strength with the flavor notes, but it's just gonna be toned down with that nicotine level that you would get, of course, with Mexican San Andreas, the more punchy, spicy tones.
Well, I mean,
you
if
reckon
that's the
that's what they're
same,
doing with this?
if that's the only change, you're just going to change a wrapper, like the same way they did. Then I mean, yeah, like I said, I want to see what it does to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like both of the other ones. M81, the S84, they're both good. They're different, but the only difference is the wrapper. So, yeah, I want to see what it does for it. But I mean, there's not much improving on this original one here. There's, I wouldn't be looking to try to improve that much. It's pretty good the way it is.
No.
I mean,
Matthew, what about you? I'm changing the original.
I was gonna talk about the fact that it's just basically the same thing that M81 and S84 did, but you decided to say that before I could. So now I guess I'll just say
he does that a lot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, honestly, like my biggest take on it is that it's not an original idea because Drew Estate's already done it.
Yeah, somebody's already tried that, but we won't talk about it.
Whether or not I enjoy it or not is a whole nother ball game. I'm sure it'll be good. I like a spicy Connecticut wrapper cigar. We've had a couple of boutique brands come in here with some really flavorful Connecticut's.
Yes,
and
we certainly have.
I'm looking forward to trying it if I can get my hands on it. The good thing is they're doing TAA, and there happens to be a website, which I won't name, that often gets TAA cigars. So maybe I'll get a chance before it hits the regular release because of that. So
maybe.
It's hard
something. I enjoy the pissed off. I do.
Oh, me too.
I enjoy the original pissed off that much, and to me, it's just crazy that they're going to change it, making it more milder. I get the fact that they're trying to introduce it to milder cigar smokers, of course, their palate and stuff. But to me, it's like they say, the devil you know. Don't go and deal with something else and deal with the devil you already know. And to me, you're going to change this cigar without any knowledge whether or not it's going to go and people are going to smoke it or people are going to stick with the original because the original is such a great cigar. To me, if it was an investment option and someone came to said to me, and I was running Christoph, right, we want to change it, we want to make it milder. I'd be like, no, I want to keep it the same as it is. Why change? And this is the thing. I just don't get people's mentality of changing stuff around.
What?
I don't.
Well, the thing is,
why change something when it's already working?
Well, first, two things I want to react to. One is what you just said there. I don't think they're changing anything. They're just putting out
you can't really box it.
They're not like it's not like the new pissed off Christoph. It's just a new version of it that's going to be a limited release unless it goes off without a hitch. And then the other thing,
I may have approached that part of it different.
Theo and Club both brought up, looking for new smokers, but like I don't know, I definitely wouldn't tell somebody to go get an S84 if they were a new smoker because it's still too punchy, it's still too intense, and what they're saying in this article is that it's still a full flavored cigar. So I don't even know if it's going after them. So who's it for? If not just to directly compete with fucking Blackened, and maybe that's what it's doing. Maybe that is the one competitor that they feel like they have. I don't know.
Yeah, are they stepping up, kind of like answering that silent challenge, or not really making that big a deal out of it, or or what?
I mean, And is it going to be good? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be a very nice cigar. I probably would have approached, the disclosure
Well, of
of it
course.
and, coming out and all that. I may have done that a little different,
Right.
and that because it alludes to the very things we're talking about. Are they monkeying with it? Are they trying to change it? Are they competing? What's going on with it? I mean, they could have approached the disclosure of this thing in a whole different manner, and we wouldn't be having these questions and things to talk about. We would already have
Yeah.
those answers. So sometimes it's in
Mhm.
the details in the presentation, how you bring it to people. Sometimes that matters. Just saying. Some people you got to make it. You got to make it A, B, C, D. Other people, they can read between the lines. Other people don't get the
Yeah.
picture at all. I mean, you got to sit them down and start from scratch. So
Right.
Yep.
you gotta keep these things clear, because you got people all different levels of thinking in this game. They'll come up with questions from elementary level to you better be working in the field somewhere to know this one. And you gotta be
Yep.
ready to field those things. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to be involved in the market somehow, but here we sit. What can I say?
Well,
Tester,
we'll
anything.
we'll see more. Yeah, we'll see more of what goes on with this, Christoph. And of course, when it does come out, I'm definitely going to try it because, like I say, I'm a Christoph fan, and we'll see what
Right.
goes on.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But up
that's kind
next,
of like
of course, we're going to be.
your fanboys section there. Just like
Yeah,
somebody else has
yeah.
got to,
We're going to be.
you know,
Yeah. We're going to be talking, of course, about Fratello.
Fratello.
So, of course, Fratello have mentioned, of course, they're going to be bringing out a new cigar, and it's going to be called, of course, the 250th anniversary. So as July 4 approaches, cigar
Yeah.
companies are rushing to get cigars celebrating, of course, the 250-year anniversary of the founding of America on store shelves. So the latest, of course, is Fratello. So today, Fratello USA 250 is shipping to stores. It's a 6x54 Toro that uses a Nicaraguan wrapper over a Pennsylvanian binder and fillers, of course, from the Dominican Republic and Pennsylvania. The cigars are rolled at the factory of Joya de Nicaragua. Each cigar has an NSRP of $20. Like many companies, Fratello has opted to use a 13-count box, a nod to the 13 original colonies. But unlike most companies, Fratello's 250th cigar is quite limited. There will only be 250 boxes, a release of just 3,250 cigars. The project represents more than a milestone. It represents legacy, resilience, and the entrepreneurial spirit that built the country, said Omar, of course, founder of Fratello, in a press release. But the cigar was announced in March. The 13-count box symbolizes the original 13 colonies, the core of a nation that changed the world. And to be honest with you, I like it. I like the box. It sticks out, of course, with the American flag. The cigars look nice with the bands, with the normal Fratello brand on it.
Mhm.
I just don't know. Like I say, of course, it's going to be limited to the United States. We're not going to see it in the UK. But
No.
yeah, what do you guys reckon? Of course, another company making another 250-year, of course, cigar for
Yeah,
the United
that's going to
States, who's
be
been, of
a
course, the founding.
The
that's
package
gonna,
is beautiful.
Yeah.
The fact that they're only going to make 250 boxes means I'm not going to see one.
yeah.
Just because
Nope.
I'm not on any kind of exclusive list that gets me access to shit that's only 250 made.
Yeah, really.
You know,
No, I don't know them list.
he says it's shipping to
Yep.
stores. It's shipping to like, how
Yeah,
many
maybe
stores? Like
5.
10 stores. You know, or maybe 13.
Who knows?
Keep it
Maybe
like
13
is-
stores. You know.
I'd
None of them are in
imagine
Cleveland.
you're going to see it in Spokane. You're going to see it in Spokane, maybe. You're probably going to see it in Neptune's. It's going to be the
No,
big ones where you're going to see it. You're not going to see it in the small mama and pops. It's going to be the big ones. And as soon as it gets on the market, bang, it's going to sell out. And that's going to be the thing.
Oh, yeah. You
And to
you
me-
won't be able to sniff one.
Yeah, I'd,
No.
I'd say
Like I say-
most of the people we know ain't going to see them.
No, I don't think you are.
I mean, we
But
know
it
people
is-
that probably
It's a
will.
nice looking cigar.
You know. On the other hand, I bet we know more people that won't see them than we do that will.
Right.
Just saying.
I like
I
Fratello
mean-
cigars. I will say that.
I've had a
I
few
would
of those.
like to get
They're not bad.
I'd like to get my hands on it. But
But then
I
again,
just,
you got to
you
ask
know,
yourself too. You know, this being the year that it is, how many people, just like you said, how many people are going to be cranking out some kind of 250-year version of a cigar? How
Right.
many people are going to have that?
Well, it's going to lead
celebratory,
into
You know, you're going to need to collect one from everybody.
It's going to lead into the next article. Yeah, it's going to lead into, of course, the next little bit of the cigar news. And you know something? Every time I read cigar news, I'm like, what are we going through at the moment? Because it seems to be we're seeing a lot of either same kind of cigars with 250, or we're seeing these, of course, cigars that how can we put it? The fiend cigar. And we see a lot of fiend cigars with it. And to me, yes, okay, you got to be patriotic about where you're coming from, and this, of course, is patriotic. But the next one, of course, is going to be, and it's still on the same topic, of course, of 250 years. Of course, Aladino, and I enjoy Aladino cigars, of course. And Aladino have announced they're going to be shipping a 250 anniversary cigar. So yeah, another company that have announced it. So of course, as we get into Aladino, of course, Aladino have announced the shipping tomorrow. So of course, as of the news, of course, this was what I found out on the 15th. So they would have come out the 16th, but now, of course, the 17th here in the UK. So of course, they come out today in the United States. So on June 16th, TRE Tobacco Co. will ship the cigar the company has made for the 250th anniversary of the founding of America. Aladino 250th is a 6B52 Toro that is made entirely of tobacco grown by the company through JRE and is declining to say what tobaccos are used. The Aurora family, which owns JRE Tobacco Co., is a primary grower, of course, in Honduras. Each cigar has an MSRP of $15, and production is limited to 1,000 boxes of 13 cigars. The number is chosen, of course, to honor the 13 original colonies. When the company announced the cigar in early March, it called it the Aladino Declaration, though it has since changed the name due to trademark concern. You can see the original of course, declaration name used in the bans, though it has since replaced it by 250. And of course, this is now rolled out. It's rolled out into the United States, of course, and you can get Aladino. But we don't know the makeup of the cigar. To me, I want to know what's in that cigar. I want to know what the wrapper is. I want to know what the binder is, the filler. It's undisclosed.
Undisclosed, like
So what do you reckon,
undisclosed
guys?
information.
What do you reckon on that?
You even got to ask what I think about undisclosed information. Nah, to a point, yes, I understand why you don't disclose some things, but I mean, come on. There's only so many different kinds of tobacco. It ain't like you pooped something out that was totally different than what's being grown today. You may have put something together a little different than somebody and have something special. You might not want to give that up. Some of those things are fine and okay and good, But when you ain't when you don't not gonna disclose anything, here's a cigar, buy my cigar, and you ain't don't want to tell me a thing about it.
Yep.
I know. I mean, I don't care how big you are and how good you are. I understand there are things you do not want to disclose. Don't get me, please do not misunderstand my stance on that, because I understand there's things, proprietary rights and all of that good nonsense. I understand all that. But, like I said, there's only so many kinds. So, at least a generalization of some sort. You're not giving up any massive secrets. I mean, you're not sitting on a keg of dynamite nobody knows about. I mean, come on.
Most likely not.
That's just one of my little rants about undisclosed. I understand to a point, but in this day and age, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of people across the entire market, whether it be legacy, boutique, brand your own, whatever. I don't, that they just throw this undisclosed thing out there and keep rolling. It's become a crutch.
Sure.
Just my opinion and my opinion alone. You can take it for your own.
That's why you're here.
Your mileage may vary.
We are asking for your opinion.
Your mileage may vary, but I don't care. Make it your own opinion if you want to. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna hunt for it. But if I see one, I might pick it up. I was just looking the other day. I saw that there's even another one that looks like it's not 250th necessarily, but American, red, white, and blue. I hadn't seen that came out recently, it seems like. But I don't know if it's like a new one or if it's one they've done before.
Right.
Yeah, I see a ton of that stuff, and I already picked up the JC Newman 250th that I plan on smoking on the 4th of July because America.
Yep.
Why not, America?
I think there needs to be an English one with the Union Jack on, celebrating England and how we colonized everybody.
Yeah, I think you guys are trying to
cheese
brother.
Yeah, it's all y'all's fault to begin with.
Oh yeah, blame us.
Y'all started all this, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
Yeah, go on, Matthew.
Oh, speaking of that, you know that there's a possibility that USA plays England in the World Cup on July 4th, right?
Yep.
What a fucking nightmare for you.
Yeah.
Why? We're gonna beat your fucking horse. Pure and simple.
No, you're
Not
not.
not even close.
No,
It's no.
Yeah.
No,
Have you seen
it's gonna be
the
so
caliber
sad
of
for you.
footballers we've got in our England team?
I
It's
Man,
have.
they're-
just going to be sad for you, Yankee Danky Doodles, when we kick your asses in
You
football.
don't even know.
Our
You
sport,
don't even know.
not that soccer game, as you call it in the United States. Soccer.
you-
Motherfucker, you created that
Football.
term. You created that term. Stop
Well, you
saying you're
didn't.
above us
We
because we
created
call it what
football.
you called it. No, you did. Fucking look it up. You created soccer. You decided to stop using it. We kept it, and you guys are all high and mighty because you're like, oh, we say football, blah blah blah. We only said soccer because you did, motherfucker.
Cry me a fucking river.
I ain't crying.
Cry me a river. But up
That
next, of
history
course,
thing is a pesky. Yeah,
everybody-
history's pesky, ain't it?
But funniest thing is, I don't give a shit about football or soccer.
I don't like either one. I don't like none
I
of
can-
those.
I love American football, but I have
Well,
no
they-
interest in soccer.
Well, even today's, I mean, I enjoy going through that other platform, that we gather on over there. I enjoy going through there and looking at some of the 70s and 80s highlight reels from the NFL back in the NFL days. Some of the hits, man, them dudes played for they played for real, man. They trying to put you in the hospital.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's a nice
What we
looking
got here,
cigar.
Gaz?
Well, up next, what we're going
Oh, it'll
what
be
we're going to be
something
talking
we'll be
about
talking
now, of
about.
course, is
What we'll be talking about.
our friends at Casa Carrillo. Of course, it's going to be their new Pledge of Allegiance. It's going to be returning again. So the Pres Carrillo
Wow.
Pledge of Allegiance will be returning to store shelves in the coming weeks for its fourth installment with a new blend to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States.
course.
See, it's kind of a ongoing thing with this at the moment. So the new blend uses a dark Connecticut Habano wrapper, an Ecuadorian kinetic seed binder, and a blend of Nicaraguan fillers sourced from Condiga, Jalapa, and Esteli, including some grown by ASP. The company says that the result is a rich, layered smoking experience that delivers depth,
You can imagine.
complexity, balance worth of the occasion as it celebrates. And of course, as America celebrates the 250th anniversary, Ernesto said, I reflect on the opportunities this country has given me and my family. In a press release, I came to the United States with a dream and the belief that through hard work, perseverance, anything was possible. The country made that dream a reality. Pledge of Allegiance is my tribute to the American dream and to the values that have inspired generations for 250 years. Like America itself, the blend brings together different elements to create something greater than the sum of its parts. It is a celebration of freedom, opportunity, enduring spirit that the country, of course, defined this nation. The Pledge of Allegiance will once again be offered in two sizes. The first is a 6054 Toro. That's got an NSRP of $22 per cigar and limited to 1,776 boxes of 10, honoring the year that the United States declared its independence. The second is a 6 3/8 B58, of course, Rocket Vitola. And as we know, of course, Rocket Vitola would mean, of course, torpedo, which will be limited to just 250 individual numbered boxes, commemorating the country's 250th anniversary. The company added that this will feature a distinct blend, but has not yet said how it will differ from the Toro size. pricing is not yet being confirmed for the, of course, Rocket Vitola. With the
Yeah.
company saying details will be announced later to release date. Both sizes will be shipping the end of this month. So yeah, I like EP Corona.
No,
And you know something?
that
Every
that's a
cigar
much
I've smoked, it's been great. It has. I've enjoyed them. Go on, Grump, sorry.
no.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
though, yeah, I would. Yeah, for that reason, you know, we've not. I've never had a bad one from them. But I mean, just look at the difference. You know, even though that is another, celebratory cigar for the event. Uh, but it's not all the red, white, and blue flashy, marca. It's a very nice, well put together band, and I mean, very well. The presentation there is just, you know, but yeah, even though we won't, the way they're going to come out, you're never going to see a single one of those. And I'm certainly not going to be in the market for an entire box, and nowhere around me is big
Yep.
enough that's going to score a box of those. So I
Well,
mean, while it is
17,000 of
something,
them.
I would pursue that, or if somebody sent me one, I would love to enjoy one of those. But as good as looking cigar as that is, and it's probably going to be even better than it looks when you smoke it. It's probably going to be something that's going to be unattainable for me. But that's
Right.
one of the best ones that I've seen so far. Best looking as far as presentation and everything. It's not just your standard. Let's throw a flag band on there and let's have a cigar and all. I mean, it's like there's been more
Yep.
put into this.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, especially with the. I mean, it's
And
just they kept it
yeah,
in the same
oh,
line as the other Pledge of Allegiance cigars that they've brought out before. The one thing I'm looking at that cigar, I am not looking forward to pulling that big ass band off of it if I have to.
I'm telling you,
that's the end.
that
That's the only
that would
thing.
be a
Isn't it?
nightmare.
You normally find with most of EP Carrillo, or of course now we've got to say Casa Carrillo because we've changed to Casa Carrillo, but it's still EP
Yeah.
Carrillo in my eyes.
Also,
They always put them big, massive foot bands
Yeah.
on, and then you've got to
Yeah.
try and take it off. You've got to try and unwrap it, and half the time the cigar glue's really stuck to it, and you're pulling it off, and you're like, "Oh shit! Please be careful! Please be careful! Please be careful!"
yeah.
But the
Don't
bands
take it.
do stick out, and I like the bands from, of course, Casa Carrillo because, of course, it's got the woman, it's got the mother, it's got the girl on the sides, of course, that represents, of course, Ernesto's mum, Ernesto's daughter, and stuff. And they are fantastic cigars. I do enjoy EP Carrillo. So if this is a case of it's one of them that we get a rare box in the UK, I'm going to jump and I'm going to try it so I can try it because at the end of the day, I enjoy EP Carrillo. I do. I enjoy their cigars. But what we're going to do, we're going to move on from the 250-year cigars. So, of course, we spoke about 3 now. And people are going to go, geez, are they on about 250 years
That's all
left?
they're going to talk about.
But no, what we're going to be talking... yeah. As much as, of course, it's a great celebration, and we know, of course, it's one of them. But what's coming up next, of course, is it's a new cigar for Europe. And you know something? I hate when I'm included in Europe because I'm not Europe. I'm not from Europe. I'm not European. I'm British. And I'm always called this. The European. No, I'm British from England. I left the European Union, so I'm not European. So I don't know if I'm going to see this cigar. I hope I do, because I am a fan of Maya Silva. And of course, there's going to be a new cigar released. And Maya Silva, of course, is going to be releasing this new cigar. It's going to be coming to Europe. So Maya Silva Cigars has announced it's adding a third size to the Villa Zamorano V. Said Delaney line, which celebrates the cigar capital of Honduras with a blend described as the genuine expression of its origin. The new series is, of course, going to be a Corto 46, which is going to be a 4B46 Perfecto Vitolo. Vitola. That the company says delivers an authentic and powerful expression of the Honduran origins with a rich, memorable smoking experience. The V said debuted in 2024 at Interbach trade show, of course, in Germany.
Yeah.
Offered in two sizes, a 5B50 Robusto and a 6B56 Toro. The blend is whole Honduran. The wrapper, of course, from the Carmelita region, a binder from Trojes, and fillers from the Jamastrine Valley and Azeculapa. If I pronounced it wrong, I do apologize. The company describes the portfolio as offering a combination of earthy aroma, complemented by subtle notes of nuts and woods, adding that it is medium to full-bodied. The cigars, of course, will debut in Europe on July 1st and are priced at €9 each NSRP. Or you can buy a 25-count box in Europe for €225. A company representative said the plans to offer the VC Corto in the US in the near future, but an official launch date is not being set. So sorry to say, guys, but you ain't going to be seeing this in the United States for a little bit.
Yeah, well, nice packaging though, nice presentation, nice looking cigar.
Nice presentation, of course. 4B46. I don't mind a nice Perfecto as long as it smokes good. It's roll good. I don't mind a Perfecto. I do like a Perfecto. So what do you reckon, of course, of
smaller sizes?
Yeah, what do you reckon, of course, of this just being for the European market at the moment, and no, it's going to be coming to, of course, the United States? What do you reckon on that one?
I mean, there's bound to be plenty of those.
I'm sure there's others that
I don't really know the company myself personally. I don't know if I've ever smoked one
no.
from them.
You don't know Maya Silva. Maya Silva is a female-owned cigar company, and she has won that many awards for her work in the industry. And fantastic cigars. I smoked quite a couple, and I was shocked. I was really shocked.
There may be a possibility that I've smoked
She's
something.
the only one.
You know, with that small batch stuff I used to.
I think you smoked something, and like I say, I've smoked one. Yeah,
it'd been that small batch stuff I used to get more than likely.
I was generally surprised. I was really shocked with what I smoked, and like I say, she is, I think, the only female cigar maker in Honduras. And like I say, she makes some fantastic cigars. She does. So, of course, this is going to be the next one that she's bringing out.
Man, Honduran cigars are good, man.
Don't ask me which one I smoked, because I can't remember which one I smoked. It's somewhere in my little cigar journal or somewhere in the bands that I put away somewhere. And I'm like,
I wrote it down somewhere.
Of course, we smoked that. We smoked that many, and it's like, I like to keep the bands, and I kept that one because Sam said to me from GQ, he's like, "You ever smoked Maya Silva?" I'm like, "No, I said, never smoked a Maya Silva." Yeah, smoked this one. This was one of the best sellers. No shit, it was one of the best sellers because that cigar smoked brilliantly. And I'm not a big Honduran fan. I'm not. But you know something? You blended that cigar great, and I enjoyed it. And I will find out for everyone for the next show what it was. I will, and I'll let you know. I'll have to go digging through bands. I will. But I will find it. But yeah, of course. What do you reckon of that, Matthew, before we move on to the next one? Because this next one is going to drag out a little bit on the next topic that we're going to be
it looks
about.
like a good cigar. Again, I'm going to see if I can try to find some stateside here. It doesn't like not that particular one, but some of her brand. It looks like they, the box looks really familiar. So I feel like I've seen a box on a shelf and just haven't picked one up, that kind of thing. But I'm real interested in it. So they look good.
Yep.
The packaging is nice. We'll see what happens if I can find some.
Well,
yeah, that'd be a...
Okay. So yeah, that's going to be, of course, coming. That's going to be coming, of course, to Europe as of July 1st. It's good to see we're getting these different cigars over here, because you know something, we don't really see that many. It's normally, of course, the States where we see all these new cigars going out for you guys. So when we see new ones coming over the pond, it is great to see.
I'm sorry. I just took the wrapper, took the band off this cigar.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know what this is, Gaz, but this cigar just rickrolled me. It says, this cigar is never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you.
Rick Ashley.
That's hilarious.
We've known each other for so long. You know the rules, and so do I. Yeah, I know that bloody song. Never going to give you up, never going to let you down.
I just thought that was hilarious.
He was also on Fortnite,
I had to share it.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
That song. There was a story. Rick Ashley was looking for people for his band.
Yeah.
And Ozzy Osbourne turned around and said to him, I've got some guys for you. They'll fucking scare the young lad. So, yeah, of course, he never had him. But up next, when I read about this article, it shocked me. And I mean, it shocked me to the core to think there's 21 cigars are going to be discontinued by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. So, of course, as we know, Scandinavian Tobacco Group is taking over a lot of companies like Alec Bradley, of course, Room 101, and so many others. So what is being said, Scandinavian Tobacco Company, and of course, their parent company, General Cigar Co. and Forge Cigar Co., have informed retailers that it is discontinuing 21 cigars. Through Forged and General, two different American sales divisions, STG sells brands like Alec Bradley, CAO, Room 101, as well as non-Cuban versions of Cohiba, Hoyo de Monterrey, La Gloria Cubana, Partagas, and others. More than half of the discontinuations affect Alec Bradley, Room 101, and two brands that STG has acquired in the last 5 years. So the list as it goes, and I do apologize to everyone, but this is the list. So Alec Bradley, the Kintsugi Corona Gordo, the Alec Bradley American Classic Robusto, the Alec Bradley Occidental Reverse Churchill, as well as the Robusto and the Toro, the Alec Bradley Prensado Corona Gordo, the Alec Bradley Safekeeping's Corona, the Alec Bradley Tempest Natural Churchill. So that's Alec Bradley at the moment. So 8 cigars. Boulevard, the Confederate Petty Corona, CAO Bones Blind Yui, the CAO Bones Chicken Foot, which I like that chicken foot. I've smoked it over here. The CAO Bones, of course, Maltese Cross. So that's CAO. Three cigars all in the same bones, just the different sizes, discontinuing. Gold Honey
Sucks.
Petty Corona. Joya de Monterrey Maduro Sultans. La Gloria Cubana. They're getting rid of the Soberano, Maduro, as well as Nacho.
Right?
Room 101. They're getting rid of the Connecticut Gordo, the
Mike's
Connecticut
gonna cry
Toro,
in
the
the corner.
Maduro
Don't cry,
Gordo,
Mikey.
the Nicaraguan Toro, and the Nicaraguan Gordo of the paybacks. In addition, the Champions Cigar Sample at 3 and World Sample at 2 have been discontinued. The products detailed on this list are no longer subjected to any general cigar company or forged cigar company pricing policies, said the company in a note to retailers. Affected immediately, all back orders for these items will be cancelled. Your sales representative will work with you to recommend a replacement for each discontinued item. We will no longer accept orders for any of them once the inventory is gone. So what I'm going to say, everyone, go and grab these cigars while you fucking can, because once they're gone, they're fucking gone. And you're never going to see them again.
Baby.
Yeah. 21 cigars.
That's it, man.
That, to me, is just absolutely stupid. That is a lot of cigars discontinued. It's like, shit. 21. To me, it makes you wonder, why is it them 21? Why is it it's Alec Bradley, them discontinues, of course, Room 101 with the payback. There's the discontinuing that whole line. Why? Because to me, each one of them cigars in there, from, of course, the CAO to Room 101 to the Alec Bradley, I have smoked them and I have enjoyed them.
Well, there's some pretty good cigars in there. You know?
Yeah. So if they get rid of that size, for say instance, of course, we go back to Alec Bradley, right? So let's go back to Alec Bradley, and we'll go, of course, to the Prensado Corona Gordo. So, of course, that's a 5 5/8 with 46 ring gauge. So if they get rid of that, what's stopping them from getting rid of the rest of the line?
Well, I just that bumps me out because that's like my favorite size of that cigar. So, like, I like the Corona-ish sizes, and like, even that Joya. That honestly, the other way around too. That Joya de Monterrey Maduro Sultan. I love that cigar too. That's a big one that I like to grab, and because it's not huge diameter wise, you know what I mean? It's just long.
Yeah. It's crazy to me.
And the Room 101 payback is a great cigar.
You got 21 cigars there.
Yeah. I mean, payback.
So see you later.
I mean, I don't understand it. I'm sure.
Absolutely love that payback when I smoked it.
I'm sure that they had some kind of business, something on their mind. I don't know what, but some of the ones they're putting an axe to are actually pretty good cigars. I just don't understand that, but then again, it's not our company, so.
The two samplers they list there are also good cigars. Those are two good samplers that I've picked up in the past.
Yep.
Both CAO.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. I definitely say, like, if you see them, go and pick them up, because once they're gone, they're gone. And they ain't going to be on back order. You ain't going to find them anywhere else. The company has said that's it for all of them. We're taking a whole
Then
lot.
chopped it.
Could it be they're not making money on it? Is it a case there's it's stock that's just sitting on the shelves that isn't moving? This is the reason why they've got to that, because as we know, people have got their certain vital that they like. I've Robusto, Toro, Torpedo, Perfecto, Gordo, Donkey's Dick 990, Tembe 100, Donkey's Dick in your hand if you enjoy that, whatever. But the thing is, to me, is it a case of this size of the cigars that they've mentioned, they just don't sell? And to me, when you look, of course, at the bones, that is all three of the bones that they're removing. So what I need to find out now personally, if that's the case, is this is in the United States that the bones is going, is that going to be another cigar that disappears from England? Because if it is, I'm going to be having a word with Sam at GQ. Brother, let me have him. Yeah. So, yeah. But up next, of course, what we're going to be talking about is...
Yeah.
We haven't had this guest on.
Been on the new
band. Need to get him on, actually, because I did enjoy...
Yeah, you're icking and acking.
To everybody.
Sound like you were going through a tunnel there a second. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's better.
Better, yeah.
Sound like he's in a tunnel there for a minute.
Can everyone hear me now perfectly? Yeah. Tonight, it's absolutely pissing me off. It is, because I can't do nothing with it at the moment.
What's that?
Seems to be there's every time we come to it. But yeah, so of course we're going to be talking about Eric Espinosa. And Espinosa has announced that Guy Fieri is going to be a partner in the new Dominican factory. So since last November, news about Espinosa Premium Cigars opening a factory in the Dominican Republic has been circulating, though Levels officially commenting on the company itself. So no officials have commented on it. But on Friday, Eric Espinosa announced that he has brought in Guy Fieri as a partner on the new facility. Espinosa and Fieri's partnership has been well documented as the pair launched the Knuckle Sandwich cigars in early 2022. Since then, the two have grown the brand to include several core lines as well as several limited editions. Additionally, Santa Diaz, owner of Pure Aroma Cigars, has joined as part of the factory operations team. As for why Espinosa decided to open a factory in the Dominican Republic, after operating in Nicaragua for numerous years, he cited two reasons. First, he said that the drive, of course, from however you pronounce it, to Stali, is changed from a 2-hour drive to a 4-hour drive after the country cut the speed limit to 31 miles per hour in June 2025.
Jeez.
An increased police presence and speed enforcement on the Pan-American Highway. Even though I love Nicaragua, the problem is, as you guys know, I just can't sit still. And the travel is no longer than 2 hours, Espinosa said.
Did you say 31?
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's slow.
What a weird ass speed limit.
Yeah, he says you can't accept the travel. So second, Espinosa cited the lack of things to do in restaurants in the Stali to enjoy once the workday is over. Of course, citing the Dominican Republic's restaurant scenes as something he looks forward to enjoying. I love the tobacco in Nicaragua. I love the people in Nicaragua. But I wanted to try something different, Espinosa said. He noted that nothing is changing with the Nicaraguan operations as far as the cigars that have made there in operations at La Zona Cigar Factory. As of now, unnamed factory location in Santiago, Dominican Republic, Espinosa said its goal is to have the factory operating by September 1st. This is another thing that gets me. Jonathan Drew Estate, gone straight to Dominican Republic, brought a Dominican factory. Now you look at Espinosa. Espinosa's doing the same, buying a factory in the Dominican Republic. Is it a case of, well, here's a region we haven't really played with cigars, or is it a case of money? Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if there might be something going on that's making people decide they need to try to get out of Nicaragua. But I don't know.
It's crazy to me. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's a power play?
You could look at it as, one monkey following another. One does it, we all do it. Keeping up with the Joneses. You could look at it like that, but you could look at it from Matthew's point of view. I mean, when you start seeing, you start seeing big names looking in other places, you got to at least look into why. Like Mikey said in the comments there, control. You can look at it that way also. There's all kind of different ways. There's it just depends on what's in, what's their mindset. What are they looking at? As far as why they are gonna do it. I mean, we could sit here and speculate all day long, but
we're actually pretty good at that.
Yeah, what are their what are their legal teams? What are their number crunchers? What are their analysts? What are those guys in their ear telling them? About expansion and keeping up with business, and but yeah, there's something going on. But I think it's in levels that it's hard for us to find out what it is exactly. But yeah,
it could be another thing as well. You could be another thing as well as you look at it, of the fact of it's more tobacco than they can use. And I'm just looking through. We've had a comment from Knucklehead Cigars. Get me on. I'd love to sit with you guys for an hour. So, of course, Knucklehead has said, and welcome to everyone else who's watching. Of course, everyone that's watching.
Yeah, man. Instagram, we're not hard to get a hold of.
He already has. He already has. I've got to sort dates out. Like I said, I need to get with you for sort dates.
Yeah.
But up next, of course, we're going to go into two last. We're going to go into two last things because, like I say, time's getting on, and
time marches
I'm actually
on.
aching like a mother trucker tonight. Yeah, and I'm achy. It's been a mad time. Like I say, last week, of course, a lot of things went on, and I was checked into hospital, and so I'm achy. But we're going to be talking regulations, and I'm sorry to talk about it to everyone, but this is a case. I told you so, and I hate to be like that, but I told you so.
Jeez.
East Hampton, of course, Massachusetts. They have now announced that they are having a generational tobacco ban. So this week, East Hampton, Mass. Board of Health approved a generational tobacco ban that will ban anyone born after 2005 from buying tobacco products, nicotine pouches, and hope it will reduce the city's smoking rates. East Hampton ban goes into effect the same time as England on January 1st, but yours in East Hampton, of course, will be 2027. The same as ours will be 2027. So around the same time. So England, as well as East Hampton, are going to have this generational ban. And when it does, the city will join, of course, Brooklyn, Hopkinton, Newton, Northampton, Bachelortown as cities in Massachusetts to have passed a generational tobacco ban. Northampton's ban is set to go into effect on July 1st, after being approved in mid-April. Bills have also been introduced to state legislation through and are still moving through the legislation process. East Hampton is home to approximate 16,000 people.
Wow.
So, of course, East Hampton have passed it. Generational tobacco ban. So that's Massachusetts passed. Do I need to go on? Because what did I say? What did I say on this podcast when we were sitting, guys? And I said this would happen. There's England would pass it, and it would start moving to the States. And I was called a crazy man. I was told I was stupid. There's America would
that?
never give up their rights to smoke.
Nobody said that.
And I was right. I was right. And this is the thing. It's scary. And if you catch Grumpy, of course, tomorrow on Grumpy's Coffee and Talk Show, he's going to be talking more about generational bans on that. So you can catch that on rumble.com. But what do you guys reckon of that, of course, happening in East Hampton, Massachusetts at the moment, before we move on to the next part that I want to get into?
It's
Well,
sad.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead, Matthew.
you reckon?
Go ahead, bud.
there's quite a few places that are trying it. Massachusetts, that city in Massachusetts did it. There's a New York State is trying to do it.
Yeah, we're going to go into that next. Well, we'll be getting into New York State next.
Hawaii is trying to do it. Indiana is trying to do it.
Yep.
So I mean, it's coming for sure.
Yeah, they are definitely, and that's what I find shocking is there's either a lack of opposition to it, people don't understand it, people don't believe it's happening, or I don't understand, why there is no visible pushback from the growers here in the States. The tobacco growers here in the States. It's gonna cut into them in the long run, whether they know it or not yet. But just the whole invasion of your adult rights, when you reach adulthood. It's like I said before. How you going to explain to a 35-year-old man he ain't old enough to buy a cigar? I mean, come on.
Yep.
And
on
I
the age
can't
of
understand.
56.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't understand why people are not up in arms about this. It's like I don't understand it. Everybody's just like sitting back in amazement,
something?
Watching it go by.
This and how it's getting passed around the States now, and how it's getting passed, of course, is the same as how it came in the UK.
Yeah.
Because no one bought it. The companies didn't fight it. Like Arturo Fuente, JC Newman. Let me carry on. Every single company that makes cigars, they did not fight it with England. The importers and distributors could not fight this without the information that is being passed to the FDA in the United States and fought time after time after time after time. If you've not got enough money to fight this, it's going to go into power. The Maldives have passed it. India are trying to pass it. The Netherlands turned around yesterday and went, fuck off, we ain't doing it. Look at New Zealand. New Zealand did it. What happened in a couple of months? New Zealand
Yeah, they turned around and got rid of it.
changed it. Because they were
Yeah, they got rid of it.
Yeah, they were seeing that black market society. They were seeing this and seeing that. The easiest thing to do would be better education. Better educate yourself on tobacco.
Yeah.
What vapes are, what cigarettes are. Better education. Go and put in better laws in the tobacconist shops. Of course, in the gas stations or wherever you buy cigarettes, cigars, vapes, have that better formal identification of over 21, pass your ID. Because there is people that try and pass, and there needs to be better ways of identifying fake credentials of fake IDs to proper IDs. At least if you had that rule, you've got to be over 21 or over 22 and supply your ID. That would cut a lot out. Also, to anyone who's watching this, why are you taking your kids to a vape shop? Why are you taking your kids? They're tobacconists. Why are you letting your kids walk into there with you? Because this is what they're saying. It's down to all, obviously, who've got kids. We are taking our kids into these places. You've also got to look at it, the fact of a generational tobacco ban is Grumpy, Matthew, myself, anyone watching, will still be able to smoke. It's going to be our children, their children, and their children that are never going to be able to smoke. So what it means is they'll keep increasing the taxes. So we'll keep paying the taxes because it's going to keep increasing. What will then happen when it gets to that threshold where we can't afford no more, it's then eradicated. And this is the thing. They're trying to eradicate it by bringing the pricing structure up, by bringing these different laws in. Then what will happen? The United States and the UK are going to be like Canada. We're going to have that black band on with the white writing. We ain't going to know if that's the proper cigar or not because it's going to have a different band on. They're trying to bring that process in. The fact of it is, like Grumpy said, and I know Matthew said, and I've said it, and people that we spoke to, once this goes, and this is the thing where England's different to America, we don't do state by state. It's the whole country. England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland. Bang, you're in it. Generational tobacco ban. Of course, with the states, it's state by state. Once you see a majority of the states all folding and doing a generational tobacco ban, will be the fact then it will be passed and it will be outright law in the whole of the United States. This is going to be a generational tobacco ban. So each state has got to fight this against their power to get it overturned. And the fact of it is, Massachusetts have passed it. New York are the next. If New York passes it, I'm sorry to say, the United States fucked. Because if New York passes it, you know, next place is going to be California. California pass it, bang. It's going to go all the way around. Then Washington will pass it. Yeah. Well, hey ho, I'm just an English guy that knows fuck all. I just sit in my corner and don't know fuck all.
Don't see it going there, so, but, you know.
Yeah.
I see a lot of division coming over it.
I've been saying it.
But anyway. Yeah, people better start talking about it.
Like we know, a bill was recently introduced in, of course, New York State Assembly, and will ask lawmakers to consider a generational tobacco ban, meaning that people born after a certain date, regardless of their age, would not be able to purchase tobacco products in the state.
Yep.
The form is going to be A11509 and was introduced, of course, by Assemblywoman Amy Pullen, D88. If passed, it would prohibit anyone born after December 31st, 2007 from buying tobacco or a vape product. Of course, As we've seen in recent years, New Zealand was the first for the game attention. Of course, it changed it. This was back in 2021 when it was passed. Well, such an idea was 2021. It was passed in 2023, but of course, in 2024, they were like, nope, see it. And they backtracked and got rid of it. It was just about a year later that the idea, of course, came to the US, and Brooklyn, Mass. proposed a similar ban. But as we know now, the whole of Massachusetts has passed it. Generational tobacco ban. More recently, in April, of course, the UK passed a generational tobacco ban that will prohibit anyone born in or after 2008 from purchasing tobacco products. Not long after, Canada's health minister announced that she was looking into introducing a similar ban. The Maldives also passed a ban that went into immediate effect in November 2025.
Yep.
New York is not the first state to see a generational tobacco ban processed. One was processed in Indiana in early 2025, but has never received even a committee hearing. Legislators in Hawaii are also introducing a bill. Of course, this was in 2025, but it was also in committee without a hearing. Most recently, of course, Massachusetts is now passed. While Massachusetts hasn't acted on a ban as a state, cities and towns have in March, but now, of course, it's coming into immediate effect. The modern attempt to prohibit takes a one-size-fits-all approach and ignores clear differences among tobacco products and unfairly stripes premium cigars, a handcrafted product enjoyed reasonably by adults. Of course, as wrote in the Premium Cigar Association on a page that is set with a link to New York voters to contact the state assembly member on the state senate upon the oppose of the A11509. So if you are living in that state, you need to vote. You need to get it where it doesn't get passed, because if it gets passed, that's it. And like I said, I hate to say it, and I hate to say I told you so, but I did.
Damn.
And Matthew, you're still muted. I can't hear you.
Aw, that's no fun.
There you go.
Like I said, I think you like to say it. I think you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I do, because you know something. Yet again, Gaz was right. And I believe, actually, I tell you, I believe it was Cigar Pandy from Leaf and Ash podcast said I was wrong. Well, I proved you fucking right now, aren't I, Pandy? You little fat fucker. Yeah, I passed it now, aren't I?
Hey. Easy.
Who shall I fire off at next? But I was right, wasn't I?
Let's take a pause on that.
Wow. Gloves. Told you. Gloves are coming off eventually. I know you talk about me, everyone. I know you say what you want to say about me, but guess what? I've had enough of it. Say what you want to say about me, but don't include Grumpy and Matthew in it when you say it about me. Because it all comes back. Sat for 3 years on this. 3 years I've sat. 3 years I've not said nothing. Yeah. You want to know more? There's an episode coming out eventually, and it's going to be a solo episode of yours truly on my channel, Rocky Cigar and Part Reviewer. And I'm going to lay the truth out. 3 years, and the truth's coming out. But like I say, I was right on what I said about this. Call me every name underneath the sun. But I told you it was coming, and I was right.
Just don't call him late for dinner. But
This is coming statewide. And I'm not going to apologize because I'm not. At the end of the day, why should I? I am who I am.
I is who I is.
Yep. And if you don't like me, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Because my name is Gaz. I am from England and I'm English. And I'm going to say what I want to say. But of course,
on that note,
thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who's watched us tonight on the podcast. We hope you've enjoyed this cigar news and what we've been talking about. And like I say, a lot of good things are coming out with, of course, the celebratory 250 anniversary cigars. There's a lot of sad news, of course, the 21 cigars being taken off the market by STG. Of course, these regulational bans, of course, in the United States that are coming into effect. That's a crazy time that we're seeing. And you know something? It's a crazy time that we're living in. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of lies that are being told to us through social media, through different outlets. And the truth comes out in the end. And when the truth comes out, people get scared of the truth. You can't handle the truth. Yeah, but this is the truth. If we do not fight a generational tobacco ban, the United States, I'm going to put this to the United States, if you do not fight it, you are going to be joining the UK in a total generational tobacco ban. I am hoping as they realize the effects that it's going to have on the shops, the effects it's going to have on the importers, the fact that they're even going to have to employ more employees to change the bans. And I hope and pray that this is a case of, you know what, we've seen a black market industry coming back in. All the goods are not proper standard. Of course, they've got this thing in it, that thing in it. It's not proper because they're buying it in illegally. It's not the right way. And they go, yeah, we need to change it. We need to get back on track. And like I said, education. Education is the most valuable thing to do. Education, better principles, better laws to protect what we do. The fact of it is, cigars are different from cigarettes. They are different from vapes. Get us out of that bracket, please. Everyone in power, read the research. Every single company that we know, fight it. Fight for what you make. But for me, I'm going to shut up because I'm pissing enough people off today. Stay smoky. I'll catch you next week.
I don't know if I need to say it. But you know, don't start none, there won't be none. And apparently y'all don't fucking listen. So
don't be no y'all stuff.
Oh, I'm not talking to you or
mouse
Gaz,
in your pocket.
In fact, I'm talking to the universal y'all.
The universal. God.
You know, I guess, you know, I hope you have the day you deserve.
Yeah.
Deuces.
That's it. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's just so much going on. But yeah, y'all don't speak up and fight it. It's going to be here. There's no doubt about it. I love you. Abba Father loves you too. Ain't driving the bus. You better switch seat. Road's already bumpy. You might want to let him drive so you can hold on. You might not get thrown off the bus. Catch me later.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, a spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day, with tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen. The Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.